Have you ever had a situation in which, though normally a peaceful and loving person, you suddenly awoke to find an intense dislike, maybe a hatred, for some particular person? Well, this person from India wrote me and had that. She said that she's, generally been able to forgive people and has had, in fact, a great many challenges in life, disappointments, betrayal, and so forth. But suddenly there came into her life somebody that she felt an intense dislike for, even wants to destroy this person and feeling revengeful. And she just didn't know what to do with that. It was completely not like her. Well, in my language, which is to say in the world I live in, I would naturally say, well, this has got to be some past life thing that needs to be worked out. Well, having said that, that doesn't really help. It may or may not be true, but sometimes when things don't make any sense, that's what we say around here. So this is a great technique for any intense feelings that you're able to do this technique with. I suggested to her, and she's a person who meditates and prays and so on. So to take that feeling when it overcomes her, sit and just be quiet, hold that feeling, that intensity right here in the heart center, okay? My hands are down here. Maybe you can't see them. And to hold it there as long as it takes for the narration going on in your mind, oh, I don't like this person, blah, 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 whatever it is, for that to settle down like dirt in a glass of water. Let it settle. Let the glass of your thoughts and your mind settle. And all that remains is the feeling of the intensity, the hatred, the dislike, whatever. Again, you don't want to apply labels. You want the mind to settle down and you just to hold the feeling like holding it in a bowl, the bowl of water, and it has dirt in it, and then holding it, and then the water settles down, quiets, and the dirt settles to the bottom. And then as long as it takes to do that, let the narrative of the mind, as I said, quiet down, hold this feeling in the heart. And then when you feel and so what'll happen is the intensity of those feelings will gradually subside. I'm not saying they'll disappear necessarily, but the intensity will subside. When it does, and when it feels right to you, then lift this feeling, the residue, sort of like the ashes after a fire, lift this residue up to the point between the eyebrows as if to give it back to the past karma, give it back to the higher self, which has, by virtue of karma, somehow has dropped it into your life. Now, you can add words to this or not, but just the basic technique of holding it. You can do this with grief, any number of intense negative emotions that are overcoming. And then it's like you're holding it till the fire burns out to some degree, and then when it does, you offer it up because it's not yours. Yogananda said in the autobiography of a yogi, his life story, that thoughts are universally, not individually rooted. So hate, anger, all these things, grief, are emotions that sort of belong to a higher order of consciousness. And when we feel them, it's as if circumstances trigger and change the dial of our own consciousness, our own heart feelings, to the grief channel or to the anger channel. And then that drops down to us. But if we can turn the dial to a peace channel, then the heat dissipates. It takes practice. It may not happen the first time, but it's a wonderful technique because it's not a question of denial or suppression. It's a question of acknowledging it, being holding it and then releasing it.